right. All right. I think I'm all ready here. Got my water. Got my pen. Got my glove. Let's dive in. How you doing, Platypus? How is it going? Hello, beautiful humans. Get ready. I am ready. So we're working on this piece again. I'm gonna finish it today. I'm gonna finish it. Hey, Mocap. How you doing, Mocap? I like your like devious emote. Good, thank you. I'm looking forward to going to work tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's always the problem of holidays. Glad to hear you're good at least. Thanks, I'm doing well. Nice, Mocap. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good. I had a good day today. Really productive day. Yeah. Can't complain. Had a nice Christmas. Unorthodox Christmas, but I hope you guys had a good holiday. Yeah, it's Sunday, so it's like the start, or it's the start of the end, or the end before it starts, or however philosophically you're looking at it. Oh, I love this blue chunk, this purple blue chunk. But yeah, so I'm hoping to really finish this today. I think that I'm happy with this one for like a portfolio piece too. Since I'm like applying to schools and stuff, I'm always kind of searching for pieces to toss in there. But yeah, so this is a piece that I've worked on, streamed twice. I think I'm in a good place with it. So I've got this kind of detail, this kind of colors I'm really excited about. Kind of that orange yellow light hitting and kind of turning into almost like a rainbow effect around the rock. So it goes like orange, dark red, purples and blues into like more grays and gray blues. So I'm going to kind of extend that a little bit over the whole piece, bring in these magenta colors. And I think I'm okay with the composition so far. I've kind of left the bottom here untouched. I'm not quite certain what I want to do with it. I think I might want to make this like a valley instead of a body of water. So we might do that today. We might try a little experiment to see what it would look like as a valley. In fact, why don't we just try it? Why don't we just try it? See what happens. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you're doing fantastic out there, you wonderful, wonderful humans. Okay, so let's dig in here. So just for fun, I'm just going to do this for funsies. What if this whole area here was like the same color? And we brought in kind of a grass. It's interesting. This has kind of become, so I have done way too many creative projects this year. And I randomly stumbled into another one like a week ago. I started writing some short stories. And then it's turned into something so much more. It's turned into like the beginning of like a book. I don't know where this came from. So this actually might be one of the scenes from my book. I mean, it probably won't come out for a long time. I probably won't be done with it for forever. This song is really loud. I need to turn these down a little bit. Sorry. But yeah, so just randomly I started writing this story, and I'm kind of excited where it's going. But it's a distraction. It's a distraction from my work right now, so I gotta focus on the art. Gotta focus on the arts. All right, so what are we gonna dig into? I like the rock face here. Let's crawl up the rock. We're gonna crawl up the rock here and work on it. Hey, it's 6 p.m. Gotta start streaming. All right, so yeah, it's the official stream time. I mean, if you're early, it means you're on time, right? I've been starting a little earlier just so that like right now I just started painting at 6. So I think that was a good start time, like 5:45. Oh, thank you, Platypus. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like you can really see up close like all the strokes, which is really fun. Oh. Yeah, so that's at 100%. Right there. Nope. Right there. Yeah, so I'm definitely enjoying this, the painterly qualities to it. Hey, Kurs. I'm here to make sure you focus on your painting. Thank you, Kurs. Hope you're doing well. How was Gloomhaven, Kurs? You killing them golems? Bing bong. Bing bong. How you doing, Kino? Wait, how come I can't do the bing bong? I can't do the bing bong. Oh, I can. No, I can't. I can't do the bing bong. You died for the first time. What? Was it like close at all, or was it you just got destroyed? No, we've died before. We died before. Did I do a boss that healed itself like 6 health? Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you're welcome to be a puppeteer on my meat body, my meat bag body. Control me like a necromancer and bring me into the battle. Kino, how's your machine learning stuff going? You having fun with that? It's because we needed an elementalist. I'm sorry I've let you down. I'm sorry I've let you down. I hate meatbag body. Hey, it's better than other things we came up with yesterday. Meat flesh puppeteer. I mean, that's kind of where I was going. That's basically what a necromancer is. Undo the feces. I wasn't gonna say it. You said it. You said it. So chat, don't think about that. Just, in fact, we can clear the chat. We can clear the chat. Get rid of this nonsense. There we go. There we go. You ruined it, Kino. You ruined it for everybody. Hey, Group Salad, how you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful. I've converted another human over into the machine realm. I blame you for it. I was showing Kino the VQ GAN clip multi-perceptor collab book, and he got hooked. Hope you had a good holiday. Yeah, the code is pretty tough to understand. Thankfully, a lot of the notebooks do a good job of like explaining it, and of course, you can just explore it with experimentation, which is fun. Nice, you did. That's great. Yeah, I did have a nice holiday. we weren't able to really go see family, but instead I took it as an opportunity to make Indian food. So I made some butter chicken and some chana masala and some fresh naan, and it was amazing. And then on Christmas, that was Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day, I made French toast and mixed berry compote with bacon for breakfast. Heating up some leftover cauliflower curry. Nice. Nice. Yeah, why did we both decide to do Indian food on Christmas? Yeah, fresh naan. It was the first time I made fresh naan. I mean, I've enjoyed making naan before, but it was the first time making it where I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is good." And it wasn't even with yeast. It was just with baking powder. And the trick I found was that you make it pretty thin. You thin it out and you toss it on like an insanely hot pan. I think I was making it pretty thick and I wasn't making the pan super hot or hot enough. Curry's kind of default food. Nice, nice. Never made naan before. Oh, it's easy. It's easy. Yeah, it's super easy. It's like 6 ingredients, I think. Flour, baking powder, salt, oil, milk. Then they have some recipes that call for yogurt. And then you flatten it out and you're good to go. I mean, they also have the recipes which are a little harder and take a little more preparation, which call for yeast, but I actually don't like those. I have had such bad luck with cooking with yeast. Oat yogurt. I bet that would work. The flavor might be a little different, but it could be different in a exciting way. How did your blackjack go, Grim Salad? Did you win a lot of yen? I was in a stream the other day, and they were actually playing blackjack, like one of the ones that have like the video feed. They have the video feed of the person like dealing the cards and stuff. I think they're with cryptocurrency, I imagine, to get around like gambling laws or something. I don't understand why it's legal. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. But I went in, I'm like, so how much are you up? And the broadcaster's face just kind of had he'd like open his eye and he's like, well, let's just say that we're not up. And I tried to ask him like how much, and he was like, let's not talk about it. 2.2 million, damn, that's great. What is that, like 100K or 10K US dollars? Stake.calm. It's crypto. Okay, it is crypto. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of streamers do it. That was actually like one of the first times I had sat and watched someone play. It was pretty interesting. Okay. That's awesome though. I hate gambling because I'm addicted to it. If Kurz is here, he knows my addiction to craps that I shared with him. I'm sorry, Kurz. I'm sorry. Snake Eyes and Crabs. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I just remember like when I came out to Utah that one time and we are gonna go to Vegas and everyone was talking about the games they wanted to play, and I was like so adamant that we had to play craps, and no one knew how to play. So did I like print out or I like drew out what a craps table looks like? And we were sitting around in your living room on the floor throwing craps and like learning how to play. That was so much fun. It definitely printed it out. Okay. Oh, I missed some. Watch a big streamer top up on those sites and bring in 300,000 of crypto. Holy crap. Yeah, it just flushes it down. Yeah. Guess they get paid to do it. Yeah, they get paid a ton. Yeah, Chris, it's interesting. Yeah, maybe I did draw it. It's interesting with craps. What I really like about the casinos in general is that the people at the tables are kind of on your side. So they want you to win. And like the first time I learned how to play craps, I kind of just walked up to a table at like midnight or something. And I just stood there for like 30 or 40 minutes just asking the guy how to play, and it was a really nice way to learn. But yeah, it's nice when you have someone who you can trust telling you how to play. Much may get paid to some extent. So like it's the price of a house. Yeah, exactly, Kino. Yeah, well, it got leaked recently. One of those streamers that does the gambling streams like opened up his email on stream or something. I don't even remember the specifics of it, but he basically showed this conversation, whether it was like, oh no, I think it was like a Twitter DM or something. And he's like talking about like, yeah, well, the other company offered me 1.1 million to play on their site for a month, and you guys are only offering, 500,000 a month. And the other guy's like casually like, oh, lol, we'll go up to 2. And it's like, oh my god, this is how much they're making off these crypto sites. It's a lot, it's a lot of money. So with this piece, I was saying this before. I really like these colors I brought into the bottom right here. So I'm going to kind of bring those around the rest of the piece. These kind of blues and magentas and oranges. Hoping it's really going to pop from the shadows here. Yeah. It was train wrecks. Oh yeah, Of course it would be train wrecks. That makes sense why it was so. It's so much money. Oh, thank you, Grim. I appreciate it. Yeah, so we've been working on this for. I think I've worked on it for a few hours, 6 hours maybe, 5 hours. I did it over 2 streams, and then I worked on it a little offline the other day. I'm hoping I can finish it today. We'll see if that pans out. I'm really hopeful. That was who you were watching. Hey Danny, how's it going? Oh yeah, I'm excited to get this as a print on my site. I'm really happy with this one. How was your Christmas, Danny? Also, my prices have dropped on my website. I dropped prices by about 30% across the board, and I added paper prints. You can hit exclamation mark website or just go to monkeyonstrike.com to check it out. Really, really pumped about the new prints. The paper prints is like that. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I found a place that makes really good paper prints. I've been testing them the last few months, and in terms of the prices, I kind of was just like, fuck it. I'd rather people have my art and collect my art. That makes me feel better as a human than like trying to sell, fewer pieces at a higher rate or something like that. So do or do not. There is no hope. There were so many like iconic lines in Star Wars. Can you name one single line from the new movies? I can't. I can't. Chris is alright. Nice. For some James Coney Island. What is that? An alcohol? What is that? James Coney Island. That sounds like an alcohol. Am I just ignorant? Somehow Palpatine returned. You're a Palpatine, Ray. Okay, there's some lines in there, but it hurts me to hear them. I also blame Red Letter Media for ruining it even more for me. Which is, it's just a bunch of salty white guys talking about how much they hate movies. It's a Houston hot dog chain. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, Coney Island. Okay, that sounds like a hot dog thing. They fly now? They fly now. You know, like a bunch of those scenes were made just to like sell toys, like when they had the stormtroopers flying with like jetpacks. That's just to sell toys. That's a toy. I bet you there's like a 100% chance that that is a toy you can buy now. Do you guys remember the army men that had like parachutes? You'd throw them up in the air and the parachute would not work and the guy would just like drop to the ground. Do you guys remember those toys? I guess that doesn't really narrow it down. There were a ton of toys like that that were advertised to do one thing and just completely failed at it. God, there were so many of them. You remember? Yeah. Pepper's Fun remembers. I feel like my childhood was just like a series of disappointments, especially when you'd like see the commercials and then you'd get the toy and then it's like it's obvious that, you know, there was like a rift between the marketing department and like the people who actually made the toys. Crossfire. You will get caught up in Crossfire. Did you guys ever play Crossfire? We bought it for like Christmas one year. It was so stupid. It was so bad. It was, well, first of all, it was tiny. You get this like plastic arena that's like, I don't know, it can't be more than 12 inches. And you have like this little thing you shoot like a marble with like a plastic case around it. That's like all it is. It's like a metal, no, it's like a ball bearing with like a plastic case around it, I think. And they spin and then they hit each other and then excitement and happiness is supposed to ensue. Do you remember the ice cream poppers where you put foam onto the top and press a button and it would fly out? Ice cream poppers, put foam into the top, press a button. I don't think I know what that is. No. Foam into the top and press. Yeah, I don't think I know what that is. Oh my god, creepy crawlers! Wasn't that the thing with the it was like an easy bake onion for boys, where you would cook like Jello worms and stuff. Like just you'd cook sugar. I had one of those. Yeah, it was definitely like an easy bake oven. You didn't have that. Well, it's good because I mean, first of all, they would give you like a tiny container of the goo to like make the worms and stuff. It tasted awful, and you had to like buy more. You like, of course, you had to buy more, but like when you ran out, you would have to go to the store and buy like expansion packs of like the goo. It looked tasty, not tasty. Yeah, it was not tasty. Oh wow, look at this link. That's an exciting link. I'm clicking on this exciting link. Huh, I don't remember this. You can't eat these ice cream cone shooters, but your friends will love your taste in this party treat. These shooters really pack a punch. Set them out on your party tables for guests to play with, or hide them in your goodie bags. A unique addition. That's how it ends. A unique addition. To what? What? Alright guys, I'm gonna run an ad. I'm sorry. This is so that people don't get pre-roll ads. So if you hate advertisements, go to the bathroom or mute your stream. Boop. I should do voiceover. Yeah, probably. Probably, Chris. I probably would have. I'm sorry. I was a terrible friend, Chris. I don't know why you still want to hang out with me. I was a terrible friend. You've taught me how to be a better human. Don't get Twitch ads. Nice. You got that turbo? Got that turbo action? I love turbo. Turbo is great. Do you hate Twitch ads? Well, you can spend your hard-earned cash to get rid of them. We should call them adhorrent. I hung out with you because it was fun. You were able to handle the torture because you had fun for some reason. Just stop giving you ads. Like, what? That's amazing. That's great. Then you don't have to pay the like $9 a month for turbo. I miss when they did the Amazon Prime bonus where there were no ads on the site. I thought that was really fun. That's sad they got rid of that. Wonder why they got rid of it. All right, so we're dancing around this painting. We're dancing around. I'm kind of, there's some areas where the contrast can be helped a little bit, and then there's a lot of areas where I want to bring in the color where it's like really muted. Like this is what I was doing before. I had like this simple scheme of like orange, blue, and then like these grays. But I really want to bring it into like this kind of quality where you have all of the yellows, oranges, blues, purples, magentas, and the grays as well. Okay, why are you zooming in? Oh, guys, don't forget to save your work. I have a new version of this software, and it is kind of buggy. I love it. I love this software, but it's kind of buggy. Got ads every 10 minutes when they cancel the Prime thing. Yeah. Nice. Some ghost in the machine is looking out for you. Or some engineer hit the wrong button. Either way, it's good for you. Some ghost in the machine is looking for you. All that machine learning. By the way, if you're not following Kino, the producer, he's an awesome musician. He's going to be releasing an album in the next few days. Make sure you give him a follow so you can attend his launch party. He makes really awesome electronic music. Grim Salad is a wonderful human who does fun machine learning streams, and she plays Yakuza. Follow Kurz, because at one point in his life he will stream programming again. I believe in him. Follow Wayward Danny. He's an awesome artist of killing. He likes to kill in PUBG. Hashtag dead game. Make sure you follow every human out there in the world. Follow everybody. Oh, you played PUBG? Nice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say dead game. That was really rude of me. It's not dead. It's not dead. I know. I'm just being rude. Canceled. You canceled me. It's okay. I can accept being canceled. Hey, I was playing Magic cards, and that game, when did Magic come out? Like 99? 98? Talk about games that should have been dead. The original NFT Magic cards. The 90s, okay. It came out when you came out of the womb. That's funny. I'm really bummed because I probably would have gotten super into Magic cards. It was right around the time I was really getting into JRPGs. I was playing a lot of like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy on the Super Nintendo. And my brother came home with like a pack of Magic cards, and I thought the art was just so cool. I thought the cards were so cool. But for some reason I didn't want to like learn how to play. I think it was like overwhelming, or maybe my brother was just like, "Yeah, you won't be able to learn how to play." But yeah. I think that was probably like one of the first. Oh, actually I think it was Arabian something, Arabian Nights. That expansion, which was like the third or fourth one or something like that. Chrono Trigger is the best. It's such a good game. I replayed it last year. Oh my god, it's so good. Do you know the scene in Chrono Trigger when you go to the future for the first time and you boot up the computer and the computer starts showing like, like the aerial view of like the glorious civilization of humankind in the future. It's like panning across, and then like the sky starts to get dark, and the camera stops moving, and you see like this orange glow like burst out of the ground, and it starts like you see these glowing eyes as it starts shooting lasers all over the sky, and then it pans and shows like the planet being destroyed. I remember feeling like existential dread when I first saw that when I was like 7. And I think that was when I was like, I'm a gamer. I'm hooked. In that moment of feeling like absolute fear of death, I was like, I want to play more games like this that give me this feeling. Terranigma. It was only released in English in Europe. Oh, okay, okay. Terranigma. No, I haven't heard of that. I'm gonna write that down. I probably should not write this down because I need to. Oh yeah. Oh, Terranigma seems a lot like Secret of Mana or Secret of Evermore. I don't know if you ever played those. Yeah, Grim Salad. You're right. It's crazy. But I go back and watch that, and I still feel I mean, of course, it's not as intense. I'm numbed by time and experience, but it's still just as impactful, I think. Yeah, yeah. Secret of Evermore was a fun game. I never beat it though. I never beat Secret of Evermore. Every time I've gone back to go play it, I end up stopping after like the first world is done. That's a game I've always been meaning to finish. Always. Playing Secret of Mana co-op with a friend. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I don't know why that just brought up. That brought me back to this memory of a sleepover. I was at a sleepover with a friend, and we were playing Secret of Mana. And he like pauses it, and we'll like get some snacks or something, and then we come back. And I ask him like, "Can you hear that? Can you hear that noise?" And it was to me. I heard this like high pitched like screaming noise. And he's like, "No, what are you talking about?" And I like go around the room and I'm trying to find out where it's coming from. It's coming from the TV. And I'm like, "Dude, you can't hear this? You can't hear the TV's like screaming right now?" And I remember him not believing it. And then for like an hour, like he had me face the other way, and for like it probably wasn't an hour, it probably was like 10 minutes. But he would like turn off the TV and be like, "Can you hear it now? What about now? Can you hear it now? What about now?" And he was like testing me that I wasn't like fucking with him or something. Hey chef, how you doing? How was your holiday? I guess talking about the Secret of Mana brought back that random memory. God, sleepovers were the best. Sleepovers were freaking amazing. So many 3D Doritos were consumed at sleepovers. So many. Good, it was good. Nice. Had lots of fun. There's a lot of snow here. Oh yeah, there's a ton of snow in Oregon right now. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. It's still, I think it's still snowing. I don't know why I looked over and my blinds are closed. Playing Secret of Mana 2 player. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. It was a game where like there was like this weird I feel like it was Secret of Mana. Where you have followers behind you, but then you can have another player control them. Maybe am I making this up? That is the game? Okay. Maybe we would just watch each other play, and I imagine myself as one of the characters. I don't know now. You're making me doubt my life, my everything. Followers following you? Yeah. And then they'd sub. And then you'd put on an afro and dance for them. And talk about meatballs. It was a very weird time. We're all just stardust meatballs on the fringes of humanity, exploring our collective conscience. Hey Vertigo, how you doing? Good to see you. How was your holiday? That's how Secret Man with the random controlling the second character. Okay, cool. So that is the thing. Okay, so maybe they added it to online too, but feel like I remember you could do that with the Super Nintendo as well. The Brahma should raid you from his grave. Have you guys seen what's that movie called? Midnight at Bernie's. Midnight at Bernie's? Party with Bernie? What the fuck was it called? With the guy, he's dead, and Field the Bernies? No, yeah. No, it was, God, if Danny was here, he would instantly know what I'm talking about. Weekend at Bernie's, yes. Yes, Weekend at Bernie's. What a weird movie. It was chill, awesome. Hope yours was nice. Thank you. It was really nice. Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's was a classic. It was a classic. I'm just remembering, wasn't there a scene with like voodoo and like trying to get him to come back with voodoo and stuff? Anyway, I was thinking of it because of the Bob Ross like raiding you from his grave. I imagine that the Bob Ross estate doing something similar. Oh, it's awful. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate you being here, Vertigo, Grim, Kino, Kurz, all you beautiful humans. Well, thank you, Silent Speaker. Really appreciate that. How are you doing? Yeah, thank you. We've been working on this. I've worked on this this is the third stream I've worked on it. Yeah, and then I worked on it maybe like an hour off stream. And we're gonna finish it today. Thank you. Appreciate that. That means a lot. you guys would say that. It's the motivation I need. The fuel for my fire. If you know what I mean. Been better, but I'm in a blanket burrito. That is amazing. That is the best description of chilling in a blanket. What inspired the painting? So, it's well, you can see the photo up on the top right there. That's actually the photo, the reference. I've done a lot of editing on it. So I've edited this one quite a bit to get the colors I want. It'd actually be kind of fun to show the original. Yeah, and then I wanted to make it of the 1:1 aspect ratio, so I like did a bunch of cropping as well. But it's funny; it's actually inspired me with something. I'm like writing a what I thought was a short story, but now has become like a book. And this is one of the scenes in my book. It's like a recurring scene. Like, when the fuck did I become a writer? This like randomly happened. I just started writing. I'm already like 15,000 words into it. We're gonna finish it today and then run it through a machine learning library. Yes, make the spiders emerge. Yes. Life comes at you fast. Exactly. This year has just been insane for like discovering new creative hobbies, like kind of rediscovering making music and cooking and painting and video editing and using deep fakes and machine learning and writing, poetry and short stories and erotica. That was an accident, which I won money for. I won $175 writing a fan fiction, which actually inspired me to write this. It was like a total joke, but it had some really fun imagery that got me excited. And by excited, I mean like mentally excited, but not in the excited that you think I mean, but it so your book is erotic. Well, it might have started that way. It might have started that way, and then I was like, wait a sec, I actually want to write this and share it and not be ashamed of it. No, actually, Kino, it did start as an erotic D&D story. I mean, there's some sex in it. There's some sex, just a few sex. But I mean, it's more about like the D&D world and everything, and the human world. But my other one definitely included a transformation of gay lovers into a single sexual centaur vibrating with erotic energy, and a monument of ghosts, goblins, and gamers frozen at the end of time with no hole left open, no pose profane, no pleasure left unreleased. Totally thought you were joking about it. Being very deadpan. Nothing wrong with a few sex. A bunch of creative endeavors. Exactly, group salad. I've been having so much fun. And then the cooking I've been doing this year has actually inspired me. I just started this. I just started pulling together some of the recipes and things that I've cooked. And I think I'm going to release a cookbook next year. It's like, I don't know. It's been kind of a shitty year, or a shitty last few years, but this last year I've really felt like I'm hitting like a creative rhythm. And I don't know. It's just been a lot of fun exploring my myself, if you know what I mean. Send me your non-recipe. Yeah, I will. I will. I definitely want to like tweak them a little bit. Hang on, I'm about to. One sec. Sorry, I got COVID just now. Um, yeah, I'll definitely send you my naan recipe. I really want to like tweak the recipes. I want to find out a nice way to make like a garlic naan, like an easy garlic naan. A lot of the naan recipes require having fresh garlic, which I think is kind of like a barrier to a lot of people and me as well. I don't really like getting garlic all up in my fingies. Um, yeah, so having garlic powder is fine, and garlic powder and garlic work well. You just have to figure out how to do the measurements. Haven't been creative since I got a full-time job, and honestly makes me sad. Oh, that's too bad. Sound speaker. I can tell you're a creative person talking about your blanket burrito. So maybe you're expressing it in other ways. But I'm sorry to hear that you haven't been creative. It sometimes you gotta step away too. I stopped painting for. I mean, so I started painting when I was like 15, and that was a gazillion years ago. And in those gazillion years, I probably only painted like maybe half the time since I started. The rest of it's been like too busy with work or whatever. But sometimes you fall out of it, and then you'll fall right back in. Working guest services at a major tourist attraction. Oh man. Yeah, I can tell. I can see how that can be draining. I'm also an introvert with extrovert tendencies, and when I am in extrovert mode, I get drained super fast. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Mom minces a bunch of garlic at once and adds it to jars of oil to make garlic infused oil, and then you can just grab a. That's a great idea. Very smart. Your mom has a big brain, a big walnut brain with many, many wrinkles. That's what you should tell her. Mom, you have a wrinkly walnut brain. Much more wrinkly than my smooth marble brain. In that voice, too. But yeah, that's a great idea. You can also buy like the little things of minced garlic, or like a giant jar of it if you go to Costco. Hey, my mom. Exactly. You should say it. You should say that out to her. But you have to say it in Italian. So there's that like barrier, and she's just kind of like, "Are you sure you're saying what you think you're saying?" Like, but you have to have the eyes of confidence, like, "I know what I'm saying." I liked Italian. Italian was a fun language. I tried learning it when I was in Italy, but yeah. I could definitely say in Italian. It makes walnut brain sound even less coherent. Oh, wait, write it out. We got. Hang on. I'll write it out. We'll say it together. Mm, let's see if what this works. What this works? What did I just say? I'm trying to do too many things at words. Oh, I don't even know how to say this. Mamma hai un bel corvello di noce con molte rughe. Fa impallidire il mio cervello di marmo lischio in confronto. How bad was that? Servez à noix de Grenoble. Servez à noix de Grenoble. Chiamava il mio amico su internet. Pensasce il tuo cervello rugoso È molto intelligente. Don't mind just liking all your Instagram posts. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Grazie. Merci. We have now turned into an international stream. I love how Italians use their hands with language. One of the cool things, I think this is true, but I like prefacing statements that I say like that, so if someone calls me out, I don't feel as bad, but I think this is true. I think there were like hundreds of different ways to speak Italian when they became like a country, and they did this thing where they tried to find the most beautiful sounding one, and it was from some like random province or like some random part of Italy, and it had this like sing-songy like so it's like a really musical, and they adopted that as like official Italian. That could like completely be false, and I'm just making this up, and you'll never know because we absolutely do not have, you know, people of Italian descent in this channel. If you drive 15 minutes in any direction from any city in Italy, the dialect changes. Oh wow, that's insane. Not have the patience now. Yeah. That is so correct. But yeah, so what they do with like they build tension with like holding their hands up, and then they release it. It's like a musical thing. Correct. God, you're giving me nightmares of watching this streamer play Age of Empires. You know how the most annoying thing in like StarCraft and Age of Empires and all those games is like you're button mashing. So like you click on a villager and you tell him to like go somewhere, and he's like, correcto, correcto, correcto. Adice correcto. Watching streams of people doing that is really frustrating. Especially if they only play one race. Race? Do you call them a race in Age of Empires? Clan? No, it wouldn't be clan. Tribe? Type of human? I had code copied on my clipboard. It just popped out. Ciao mamma, il mio amico su internet pensa che il tuo cervello rugoso è molto intelligente. That's right, your mother does have a nice smooth walnut, or wrinkly walnut brain. I like to think of like someone joining the channel for the first time, and they just hear me like speaking Italian, and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy?" And they just like leave instantly. I used to think about that a lot. It's something that helps a lot with, or helped a lot when I started out streaming, was you think about like, okay, you have a new viewer who pops into your stream, and they have maybe 15 seconds, if that, to like understand who you are and like what you're all about. So, you know, that's why the like tips for streaming are like always talk as if someone's there. But it's like you kind of also want to encapsulate your personality into those 15 seconds, which I may have taken a little too far, you know, putting on afros and having dance parties and whatnot. But that voice in the back of my head still says these things. I feel compelled. Think they would leave because you're speaking Italian? Italian voice, true. It is absolutely a problem, yes, among many other things. This is a glorious utopia where Italians are embraced by all gamers. All right, so I've been having fun, but let's focus. We're gonna go focus mode and start bringing some of these colors around. So one of the cool things, once you've developed like, so this area right here, the painting, I'm really happy with like the contrast. And I guess I could zoom in rather than just circling it. So I'm really happy with this area. The light hitting the rock and how it kind of it develops the light source. It also shows like the colors of the shadows and kind of the forms I want to develop in terms of like the brush strokes and everything. So kind of like taking this and trying to copy it with the rest of the piece. I've started doing that with some of the colors, but now I'm going to try to start doing it with some of the brush strokes as well. Because you can see like the brush strokes are a little more crazy, a little crazier. And this is kind of a boring mark. So we're going to go crazy. I'm going to go a little crazier with it. I wonder if I can erase that circle. Or is that circle now? Okay, there we go. Don't forget to save your work. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It means a lot that you guys would come stop by and chill with me. Oh, so I'm gonna torture you guys with an advertisement. If you guys have a need to relieve yourself, now is a good time. Or get ready to mute this assault on your senses. I'm doing this to get rid of the pre-roll. So prepare your booties and enjoy. Enjoy a message from our advertisers. I like that they allow you to like pick what time the advertisements come in, so you can say something like that. You can say like, please mute the shit out of this. We all know you're doing it to make money. Exactly, Grim. I need to get that .04 penny, or the 04 cents, not $0.04, .04 cents. Can't even get a penny. I actually haven't even looked. That's probably close to what I'm making when I run an ad. It's not even like close to being a penny. I'm not one of those big gamers. Hey, gamers. All right, so I want to So I kind of screwed up my brushes here. I should have... Yeah, that I wasn't very smart when I did this. So I kind of overwrote all of these brushes. Yeah, every one of these brushes has been overwritten. That was not smart. Let me think of how I'm going to do this. So basically what I did is I made sure to take off the pressure sensitivity for increasing the size. You know, the harder you press, the bigger the brush gets. Because I found that was too hard on my wrist, or actually technically on my elbow. Technically on epicondyle. My epicondylitis. So I took off the pressure sensitivity for that. But I did not make copies of the brushes. Oh well. That's life. It happens. Oh, speaking of epicondylitis, don't forget to pray to the gods that you don't get it. Don't get carpal tunnel. Take breaks. Been streaming for about 1 hour. You've been hanging out. It's a good time to Move your booty, move your booty, get up, stretch your fingies, drink some water, add to your savings account, do your taxes. You know, all the good things you can do between working. Okay. So, doodly doo. Doodle doo. I increased the load. The load needs to be increased even more. There we go. Cool. Cool. Even more. So this program is Rebelle, and I really like it because it really simulates traditional media really well. And one of the cool things is the oil brushes have this different sliders to add more paint to the brush or to add more oil to the brush. And by taking away the oil, you can get these really chonky, fun strokes. So that's what I did. I took away the oil on the brush and added more paint to get these kind of chonky marks. In fact, I'm going to add even more paint to the brush. Yeah. It's a really cool program. I applied to be an affiliate for Rebelle. So I can get it. I can actually get a code for people to get it for. I think it's like 20% off or something, and then I get that sweet money back, which I don't really care about. It would be fun to pay for it with, affiliate money. But I just like the idea of being able to get people a code for like 15 or 20% off or whatever it is. And I also really love it. I love this program a lot. I don't do my painting in Photoshop anymore, which is what I used before. I used Photoshop and Krita were the two programs I used. I also used to use Corel Painter, but it was very finicky. It crashed a lot. It was very slow, so that's why I moved to Photoshop and Krita. If you're out there looking for a program, Krita is actually really nice. It's free, completely free. At some point, I'd like to get away, or get to the more of the free services, away from the Adobe overlords and whatnot. Would be nice, but I think my smooth marble brain is not as wrinkly as Kino's mom's walnut brain. I'm sure she could understand how to use GIMP and all the Photoshop alternatives. What a terrible name for your program, GIMP. Like, what are you gonna do when you have to, like, Google search that? Like, my GIMP tips and tricks. Like, what? That must be terrible for search engine optimization. Who am I to judge? I'm not one to kink shame. The GIMP was given a pimp jacket and walked down the aisle of a bingo hall. I'm a badass motherfucker. I'm a badass. I'm sure they did. While playing your music. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm so pissed. So my tablet, well, not my tablet, this program, I updated it to the new version a few days ago, and it broke my stupid remote, which has the turn wheel on it. This is how you zoom in. You turn that, or that's how I have it set. It broke, so that whenever I would do it, it would crash the freaking program, and I had to like reverse it, and somehow that changed it. So now when I zoom in, yeah, I meant to zoom in there. Now it's backwards. It's a subpar experience that's really affecting my mood, guys. I just wanted to vent. I feel like this is a safe space for me to vent about my technological gripes. Just screw a lisp, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I grew a lisp. What is that? It sounds like I grew a tumor or something. It's not a tumor. It's not. B9. Bingo. I don't like the vertical lines. So there's a lot of vertical lines in the reference in the texture. Like here, I'll show you guys. So like you see all those vertical lines? I don't know if I want to put those in. It almost looks fake, doesn't it? Like parts of it? Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Yeah, Kino. No, I mean the reference. The reference looks... I don't mean implying that fake looks bad. I'm implying that the robots have taken over my mind and I think that everything has been created by a machine. I see patterns where there are none. The striations of the rock reveal a deep, dark AI, an intelligence capable of crafting these mountains. No, I usually am mean only internally to my work. Hypothetical hands. This gives me like Grand Theft Auto vibes. Yeah, this is definitely Grand Theft Auto vibes here. Kino, have you tried out FTL yet? God, FTL is a great game. I might play that when I have free time. When I have the ability to play. You launched the game you told me about last night. I forgot how much of Team Fortress 2? Oh, Nova Drift. Okay. God, seeing Team Fortress 2 on the top of your gaming list really made me like just crave for some of my demo man antics that I used to embark upon. I was like a demo main. What were my classes I played? I played demo, sniper, and spy. A lot. Didn't play much soldier, didn't play much medic, didn't play much heavy, didn't play much scout, didn't play much engineer. Yeah, I think it was demo sniper spy. Antics. I hear the word antics makes me cringe so hard. That's funny. It'd be interesting to see like what engineer and sniper. Oh, nice. Yeah, engineer was fun. Engineer was fun. I didn't play enough of it though. What was I saying? Oh, it would be fun to see like what people's names used to be online. Like my old name used to be Bitsurama. And I came up with the name. I was at a LAN cafe when I was like 10, and we had to come up with a login name. So I just slammed my hands on the keyboard, and it came up with like something that was close to Bitsurama. God of Bacon. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, but then like a year or two later, I came up when I was signing up for my AOL Instant Messenger account, the Discord of the day. I came up with Monkey on Strike, and I have stuck with it ever since. And the rest was history. Well, I guess I mean I go by Moss too, which is like, you know, Monkey on Strike acronym. Heck no, we won't go. Heck no, let the beavers go. I still see that cartoon, and I wonder if it was like just a fever dream. It probably was. Or it could have been some cartoon I saw. I don't know. The internet was... It's possible. I don't know. Heard the story of what my Steam username is. I've spoken about it on my stream before. I was our username kind of bitch. Oh, they can't be changed, really? No, I haven't heard. Maybe I'll ask you in private. In private, as they say in Italian. Right? Chris, what was your old username? Not Cow of Pong. That was Daniel. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember yours. I don't know if you want me to say it. I remember it. I was like, what did Chris like? What was Chris into? Oh, yes. I remember now. Can be changed. Only public streaming can be changed. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, I wonder if you could do something where, like, you just make a new Steam account, but then you do the Steam family sharing with your new account. Actually, shit, that's not a bad idea. You could do that. Made it when I was 12 and immature one day. I had to share with my very Christian sister. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. There were many questions to be asked. But yeah, actually, Kino, I think you should look into that if you want to change it. Try thinking of like see if you can make a new account and then do Steam family sharing, and then you could just have that new account as your one that you play on. From how I understand Steam family sharing works, I think that would work just fine. I mean, you'd lose like achievements and stuff like that, but I mean, if you care. I don't know if you care. I don't know if you care, man. Do you even, like, care? Thank you guys again. I know I say this often, but I do want to convey my appreciation. Thank you to all the beautiful lurkers out there. I'm not calling you out, but I am saying I see you. I see you lurking out there, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the lurking, the love. It always scares me when, like, a program slows down. You know, it's like it's not as responsive. Like, my brush strokes are a little slow right now. They're a little laggy. It always scares me that I'm on the verge of a crash or something. Also, oh, I just noticed that you guys can see my brush stroke. I don't know why I never noticed that before. I'm glad you guys can see that. Otherwise, you wouldn't know where I'm working. I don't think it worked in Photoshop when I streamed last. Oh yeah, look at these buttery marks. These buttery Karl marks. Seize the means of production with these buttery Karl marks. Oh, I never tweeted that I was live. Whatever. How do you stream? How do you stream? Well, I guess we're gonna have to start the stream over. Unsave. Reverse poop. Send it back. Oh, Chris, we were just talking about old usernames, and I was trying to think of what your username was, and then I realized, like, oh yes, I remember what you were obsessed with, what you loved in high school, middle school. And I instantly remembered your name. We were just reminiscing about yesteryear. Yeah, see. Oh, okay, forever. I didn't remember the forever part. I thought it was just Salem Shade. Dark Plasma Eva? Wait, what's Dark Plasma? I don't remember Dark Plasma. That's a good name though, Dark Plasma. You've been killed by a Dark Plasma. Yeah, I think I just used Moss, Bitsurama, well, Moss, Monkey on Strike, and then I used Bitsurama when I was a kid. When I like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That series is weird though. That is weird. That's one weird anime. The animu that are like that are, I don't think I can appreciate. I think I could appreciate it when I was like dark and brooding when I was younger. I don't know, they're just too dark for me now. Like I tried to rewatch actually, oh, it was actually with Grim. We were talking about animes, and like recommendations for animes, and I of course added a bunch to my watch list. But for some reason, instead of watching a new one, I had recommended like, oh yeah, Sword Art Online. The first season is pretty good. You should watch it. And I was kind of like, shit, should I really recommend this show that I binged a long time ago? And so when I was working, oh, actually, I was working on this piece. I put it on and just let it play throughout the day. And I realized how weird it is, like how strange it is. I mean, it's good. Like the first few episodes are pretty good, but then it just gets like very weird. Like this 15-year-old adopts this like AI child and becomes her father, and then comes back to the real world, and his sister's fallen in love with him, and there's this whole like incest arc, and then like he becomes like accidentally he becomes a woman and like it's like all this like really strange stuff. Very strange. Yeah, animes are very weird, but I kind of like the weird ones, but not the dark ones. I started after I was like repulsed by, because I like skipped a bunch of episodes. I'm like, oh god, this is the incest episode, and I was after a while I was like, I'm just skipping episodes. I'm not actually watching this. So I started watching Cowboy Bebop, the anime, and God, it's so good. It's so well done. It's so like cinematic. I'm definitely afraid, and I probably won't watch the live action, because I love the vibe that the anime gives off. It really has a nice vibe to it. Kind of that cyberpunk dystopia, space dystopia kind of vibe to it. Good music too. Yeah, the music is really good. Yeah. You know what's funny, Chris? I saw you jump into Tabletop Simulator this morning. Excuse me. And I was about to ask like, "Hey y'all, can I come hang out?" And I was gonna like wish you guys a happy holidays and whatnot, and hang out and watch your game. But it sounds like you guys wouldn't have liked me watching you guys die. There's a lot of time in my life where I was against anime for some reason. I guess it's just like the general culture around it that I didn't like. Like seeing groups of people get really super obsessed with it and kind of like disconnect from reality. That was what I didn't like. I like disconnecting with reality and playing Diablo, but apparently I didn't like, absorbing into something like an anime. But I've watched some anime. I haven't watched a ton of it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it'd be fun to just hang out. Yeah, maybe in the new year it might come out. Are you guys gonna? You guys are still gonna be playing it for a while? You have more endurance than I do. Gloomhaven was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed I still have it on my tabletop. I have a board game spreadsheet. I'm super nerdy. I'm super nerdy with spreadsheets now. Like I freaking love spreadsheets, and I'm so weird about it. But Gloomhaven is still my top game, I think. Oh no, it's not at the top. It's number 10. It's number 10. That's pretty good. That's pretty high up there. It's pretty high praise. It's like programming, exactly. Ending corruption number 3, finally, nice. There are like 4 bosses. Well, one of you guys had a quest. Wasn't it you that you have to kill bosses? Oh no, maybe it was Chris that had to kill like 3 bosses or something. Yeah, it's been a while. That quest has been open for months. Maybe like half the year. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying spreadsheets a lot. I've started applying it to. I have a spreadsheet where I have a master tracking list for all of my paintings that I've made and sold. So the ones I've done commissions for, the ones I've sell for prints, and having a description for each of them, who owns the originals, that kind of stuff. And I don't know why I never got into spreadsheets. It was when I worked at Twitch. That was when I like lived in spreadsheets, and I just had so much fun with it. It just, I don't know, there's something about it that just is so satisfying. And setting it up so like all the functions, like there's a bunch of stuff that like is automatically done is very satisfying. Especially when it's like kind of hidden. I remember I did this presentation for TwitchCon. It was like a check-in for, different projects at TwitchCon. And I was running the artist gallery, the galley, the cosplay contest, and then some other things like a music thing. And so I gave my brief updates on all of them, and then like randomly they asked me like the head of marketing was like, "Well, how are you picking these people for the artist alley?" Like, because it looked like I just had a list of names, and like I hit like unhide, and it showed like rows and rows and rows of like qualities for each of these artists, from like, how long they've been streaming on Twitch to if they've shown at other events, if they're partnered, if they're going to be at a booth with another person. It was like 15 different ones, and I'm like, well, I've made an algorithm. I've made an algorithm, takes into consideration all of these different qualities and ranks them, and then we sort by their uniqueness based on the other submissions, and we come out with the final number. And the person was just like, okay, next person. It was kind of like, well, I've done my homework here. Yeah. It kind of bums me out that a lot of that was lost after I left, though, because it was like there was nobody to pick up my work. I mean, they were able to do like the artist alley and stuff, but they just did it randomly. They just like had everybody submit their application, and then they pulled it out of a hat basically to see who was going to be in, rather than like curating it, because they just didn't have anybody to do that. One example. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, in the end, the same thing happens, right? They select artists to show it in alley. I'm not salty about it or anything. It's just like, it's just interesting to see the different methodology when you have someone dedicated to it as opposed to not dedicated to it. Yeah, I've made so many spreadsheets though since I started playing around with them. I've got one now for my recipes that I've done, my board games, my art, my AI creations that I'm working on a series of AI art. A machine to create a simulacrum of art history resources to describe artwork. I like spreadsheets. Yeah, Chris, exactly. But yeah, I think it's business. It's business. That kind of just happens, I think. How's that going? What, the AI creation stuff? I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been having so much fun. 6 years. 6 years. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's 6 years. Um, yeah, it's going great. I'm kind of weaving machine learning into my painting process. Sometimes I'll take a painting and put it through an algorithm to give me inspiration for composition and colors and textures. And I'll either paint from it or kind of incorporate it into the painting I've already done. And then this other series I'm working on, I am I built or I'm training a model on like art history textbooks and lectures. And when I when the machine spits out, this random nonsense based on the art textbooks, I take that and I create images based on it. I have a ton of them. I think I have like 30 of them. So it's been really fun to see like how different they are, how like crazy they can get, and then also how like much they can feel like a human made it. Because art commentary is very absurd, very ridiculous, and when you've trained an AI to generate text based on it, sometimes it sounds the same as like highbrow artists describe their works. Like, this is an ethereal transition of matter which focuses on light and color and emotion, bringing forth the human nature in all of us. And it's describing like like dead flowers in a vase or something like that. That to me is like highbrow art history or art world stuff. And I think my some of my creations are on that level. But yeah, I'm having a ton of fun with it. I see it in my future for a long, long time. I'm also excited about bringing the video into it. So as the computer goes through it, it generates iterations, and each of those iterations gets more and more warped or developed by the adversarial networks. You can print them out essentially, or not print them out. You can make a video out of them, so you can see it like warp over time into whatever image that it ends up on. So that's one of the cool things I want to explore more of. But there's also putting in a video, and it generates each frame with the same kind of treatment. So then you can have like an AI vision of a video, and it looks that looks like a lot of fun to play with. I'm excited to play with that. I haven't even started. I'm kind of it's kind of outside of my current workflow. Like the still images fit in with my digital painting, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna work with the video. Maybe I'll get into some like I don't know video projects. I got a nice camera, so I might as well do that. Yeah, I'm having so much fun with it. I'm having a ton of fun with it. A ton of fun. Here, let's compare these two. It's kind of fun that I can do this. I can compare it with the image that's up there. I don't know if I want to do the. I think I want to add like a snow landscape on the bottom. I feel like the reflection down here is gonna kind of take away. Yeah, like so like down here if I make this whole area snow instead of a reflection, I feel like it's really going to make like these areas pop a lot more. Oh no, what did I just make? What did I just make here? That's a penis. That's a mountain penis. Don't look, don't look. I'm getting rid of it. I'm hitting undo. Yeah, I think so. I'm totally not gonna finish this today. That's not gonna happen. There's no way. Oh, sorry. There's no way I'm gonna do that. But I think that's. I'm happy with where a lot of this is. Let me just fix some of the areas that I'm not super excited about. Like down here, I want to add some more texture. And then I probably will, I think I am going to add the snowy landscape. I was thinking of adding grass and whatnot, but it... Actually, maybe the grass would work. Maybe the grass would work because there's only some snow patches. And you have like a nice landscape of grass, tall grass. Yeah, I might do that. I'll have to look into it. I'll look into it. So I will not finish this today. Despite saying I would. Yeah, try it. Exactly. Yeah, you gotta try it. You gotta try it to see if it works. Okay, and then this texture, it's a little too intense. There's a little too much going on here. Too many wiggly worms. We need more blocks. Blocks of color. And then I was going to redo, or I was going to do the trees here. Do I want to do the sky first? I think I do. Okay, so I need to increase the oil, decrease the load. And then we'll start up here. So decrease the load. So it's kind of nice in the painting. Why isn't it working? Interesting. Interesting. Something's not right here. We will just redo it. Oops, nope, redo it. There it goes. In the reference, it kind of fades out up here, which is really nice. So I'll just have it fade out. Yeah, there's something weird going on here. Oh, it's too much oil. Yeah, it was too much oil. I'm still getting used to this program. They updated it. I think it was the filbert. Maybe it was the filbert I was using. I'm always so self-conscious when I do stuff like this that I'm not super comfortable with. Oh, look at how juicy those strokes look. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Wow. I think I want to decrease a little bit. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see like a big change here. Oh, I got you covered. I got you covered. Do I have you covered? Oops. That was the one I meant. That's the one I meant to do. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I've got a soundboard. I'm not very good at using it. The problem with I have a Stream Deck. The problem with the Stream Deck that I have is I set it so that it's different for each app. Yeah, that was a test to see if people were listening. I think people are used to my weirdness, or the people who normally watch, so they wouldn't even think twice about hearing that's a penis. That's a penis. Oh, but what I was saying, so there's not going to be much of a difference, but I'm kind of smoothing out some of the parts of the sky. Like here, you can see you can kind of see the brush strokes. You can clearly see this orange brush stroke, but I wanted to blend that out a little bit with this thick, flat, hairy brush. And it has there's this glow here that I really like. I'm going to increase it a little bit. Yeah, it's got a really nice glow there. I should do a series just on clouds. That would be that would be a ton of fun. I might do that at some point. Could be fun to do that with machine learning and share the share them together and see which ones were painted by an AI, which ones were painted by a human, kind of thing. I think I've been kind of noodling around with the idea of something like that. Clouds would be a good test case. It's not quite the quality I want. See if I reduce the load. Yeah, it's not quite what I want. Don't forget to save your work. All right, so I'm going to do this pass over the clouds, and then I think I'm going to go find someone to raid. So we're nearing the end. The end of the stream. Yeah, I can't quite get the brush I want. I might have to actually do some research into this. Into the texture I want. Oh, that's close. That's close. So I'm looking for a tight and hairy stroke that will push the paint around, but won't leave much of a mark. So it's kind of, this is kind of what I'm looking for. I kind of like that. Well, let's see how it looks on the orange to red. I think that's going to be the big test case here. Or the big test. Oh yeah, this is the brush I was looking for. I gotta write this down. So one thing I've been doing recently that's helped my process a little bit is destroying my reference sheet. No, there it is. Writing notes on my reference sheet of the brushes I'm using. Which makes sense. It's like, why wouldn't I keep track of this kind of stuff? Thick, dry on mountains. Yeah, it's just the kind of thing I'd never really thought to do before. But recently I've been working on too many paintings at once. I think at one point I had like 20 different paintings I was working on at the same time. Maybe not 20. Okay, 15. And in between them, I would be using different brushes, different techniques. And at one point, I'm like, I need to write down so I can remember when I come back to these. Because I actually had the problem. I started a series in October, and one that I was really excited about, but I kind of put it to the side for a while, and I didn't go back to it for 2 months. And when I went back to it, I had no idea how to do the same strokes. So I definitely forgot how to stroke my big fat hairy brush. Yeah. Painting. I'm so glad I don't have to pretend to be family friendly anymore. Although I probably said this stuff back when I was doing the Bob Ross thing. I definitely said this kind of stuff. All right, this is definitely more of what I want. All right, so we got any raiders in chat? We got any gifters in chat? We're gonna go raid someone. Go do a raid. If we don't have humans for a raid message, we'll just do a normal raid. Yeah, we're gonna do a raid here because I wanted to do this pass on the clouds, which I'm super happy with. Yeah, that is exactly what I want. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Oh, we got some raiders. Okay, cool. Well, what we're gonna do. So let me find someone. Let me find a human, and hopefully don't blast your ears open in a stream. Okay, okay. Scroll all the way to the bottom. I love scrolling to the bottom to find someone. Let's see. Oh, I love writing creative streamers. Let me see here. No one's really playing creative that I'm following right now. Playing creative. All right. Well, we'll just do the cop out. We'll raid the dead streamer. We'll raid a dead streamer. I'll just host up the Bob. That works. Because you know who needs viewers? Bob Ross. Is that a cop out? Okay, yeah, it is a cop out. So we're gonna go to the art directory. That is a cop out. His legacy lives on. All right, so we're gonna go to the art directory. Lower viewers, low to high. We'll find somebody who is doing traditional painting. Boom. Oh, it's a rerun. His legs are on. That guy's shirtless. Wait, Hillary, no! We're just about to raid! No, Hillary! Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? I am Monkey on Strike and I'm ending my stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, Cheesy, how are you doing, Cheesy? You are beautiful, beautiful humans, and I appreciate you. Are you guys ready to raid again? We're looking for a creative streamer. I'm looking for someone, trying to find someone. Thank you for the follow, Plug Talks. I really appreciate that. You're a fantastic, wonderful, amazing Stardust Meatball. I'm Monkey on Strike. I'm a painter, creator, musician, artist, cookbook maker, dancer, performance artist, Meatball. Let me go. Yeah, Kino, go live real fast. We'll raid you. Oh, I like this guy. Done. I'm dancing. Yeah, I like this guy. Okay, cool. I have no idea who this guy is. I don't even know if he speaks English. Oh, he does. Okay. 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 So I'd like you guys to modify this message. So this is the message. This is the raid message, but you have to come up with your own combination or juxtaposition of these things. It could be meatballs, not drugs, meatballs and drugs, meatballs made of drugs, no meatballs, no drugs. Whatever you want to come up with, this is what we shall say on our raid to this streamer. So thank you guys so much. Hillary, thank you again so much for the love, the raid. Cheesy, it's good to see you. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I hope you guys have a wonderful holidays, had a wonderful holiday, are going to have a wonderful new year. We're going to go raid Giuseppe Lupo Studio. Cheesy meatballs are drugs. I love this. I love you guys. Thank you so much. But I'll be live next Sunday. Follow me on my social medias. I have a website, monkeyonstrike.com. You can check out everything from my new art, which has prints out that are super cheap now, new paintings. I've got blog posts up. I've got my music. I have 2 albums on Spotify and iTunes. You can check them all out on my website. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. I'll see you guys in a year. Goodbye. Goodbye. Meatballs, not drugs. Meatballs, not drugs.